The Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains presents Virtual Girl, a podcast for Girl Scouts in the virtual pathway. Episode 1, Girl Scout Songs. Whether the low, mesmerizing sound of girls singing around a campfire, the rousing chant of a marching song, the patriotic classics, or the folksy rounds so many of us know by heart, music, and especially singing, has always been a rich and unifying tradition for the Girl Scouts. From the very beginnings of the movement, they've known that nothing focuses and inspires a group like a much-loved song. As early as 1917, Girl Scouts was copywriting and publishing its own music. The words and the music to Goodnight Song, written by Ruth L. Briggs and dedicated to the first National Girl Scout Training School, and Onward, written by Marion C. Moreland and dedicated to the Wild Rose Troop No. 11, were both published in a pamphlet that year and sold for 15 cents. The first official Girl Scout songbook was compiled and published by Girl Scouts in 1925, with selections that the songbook committee deemed appropriate for Sunday and weekday, for home and for camp, rainy evening, and daytime hike. It contains songs that continue to be published and sung by the Girl Scouts decades later. The Keeper, Skyboat Song, All Through the Night, and Now the Day is Over. The Sing Together songbook compiled by Janet E. Tobbett collected these and other beloved tunes in a publication that was revised and updated and reorganized for decades. The book included several pages of blank scores on which Girl Scouts were encouraged to capture a tune in faraway places. The Girl Scout Songbook and Sing Together were merged into one new edition of Sing Together in 1949, a rousing collection of action and dance songs, ceremonial songs, hiking songs, and more. Over time, some songs were omitted due to the infrequent use or because they might be objectionable to certain groups. Another republication and reorganization took place in 1957, and a 1973 edition reflects the folk songs of that era. All these songs became a sort of oral history of the Girl Scouts, telling the stories of the eras in which they appeared, yet enduring as timeless favorites. In addition to setting a tone for meetings, ceremonies, and other events, the common songs ensured that all Girl Scouts, wherever they may be in the nation or the world, were literally singing the same tune. Whether they gathered at roundups or at WAGs events, regardless of the fact that they'd never met before and might never again, all Girl Scouts were able to raise their voices as one in a single, powerful, beautiful song.
On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say there's a reason here, for a reason up above. My honor is to try, and my duty is to love. People don't need to know my name. If I've done any harm, then I'm to blame. If I've helped anyone, then I've helped me. If I've opened up my eyes to see, I've tucked away a song or two when you're feeling low. There's one for you if you need a friend. Then I will come, and there's so many more where I come from. On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say there's a reason here, for a reason up above. My honor is to try, and my duty is to love. Come with me where a fire burns bright. We can even see better by candles light. We can find more meaning in a campfire's glow than we ever learned in a year or so. To together, and when we're gone, we'll still be trying and singing this song. On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say there's a reason here, for a reason up above. My honor is to try, and my duty is to love.
Virtual Girl is a weekly podcast produced by Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains, all rights reserved. The Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains covers 24 counties across New Hampshire and Vermont and consists of nearly 15,000 girl and 5,000 adult members. This podcast was recorded by members of the Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains Virtual Pathway. For more information about the Virtual Pathway or for an idea for a future podcast, contact Stephanie Erickson, Manager of Girl Leadership Experience in the Virtual Pathway at 1-888-474-9686 or serickson@girlscoutsgwm.org or on the web at www.girlscoutsgwm.org. You can also find us on Facebook, follow at Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains, or on Twitter at Girl Scouts GWM. Until next time, thanks for listening.